Hello Runeterrans, and hopefully welcome back. For today's video we are continuing that run, that playthrough of Saltwater Scourge. This is likely going to be the second to last video just based on the number of encounters I'm trying to fit in to keep videos at a reasonable time length. And so we're looking at 2 to 3 encounters this time around. We'll probably go with 3, and then tomorrow's video will hopefully be the end where we wrap up and take on Gangplank. But that is all assuming that I'm not eliminated, because there is always the chance that I just die. I mean, we don't actually have to finish a run. I feel pretty confident, but it is entirely possible that we never even make it to Gangplank. So with that in mind, we're going to dive right into an encounter. And we're going to take on this level 5 encounter to see if we can unlock the chest, get some experience, and clean this up before doubling back. And depending on how bad things go, maybe use some healing and then venture forward. We gotta pay attention here. Veteran Vagabond has the game start summon a Warlord's Palace. So basically the Vagabond summon effect, but as a power. But nonetheless, this is where we're gonna go. We're gonna see if we can get things going. Now, if you're new and you have not seen the other videos up until this point, we are playing with Twisted Fate as our starting hero. We've added a whole bunch of shenanigans to our list, and we draw lots of cards. Specifically, our merchants are just card drawing machines, and I think we're gonna keep it like this, because if we have the plunder, we draw 1, we nab 1. We've got a power that also makes this have lurk, and then every time it attacks, it also nabs 1. So we really are in an awkward position. As much as I'd love to block this, we would really like to be able to trigger the plunder. And so I think we let this through. We're going to take some damage. In this mode, whether it's this or the old school Lab of Legends, I usually like trying to reduce the amount of damage I take unless you have a lot of heal effects. But knowing that we were going to get the sapling from our power to take care of that anyway and have this push through just made sense. And so we're going to go ahead and we're going to steal something from them. We're going to draw a card ourselves. This also draws cards, mind you. And if we get to the point where we can get this down, we're just going to be up and running. Our Twisted Fate, spoiler alert, also draws cards. I think we're just going to be defensive and play this Harsh Winds here. And in doing so, right, in blocking like this, we're hopefully allowing ourselves on this follow-up round to take care of the Vagabond with this. And we're in a weird spot because we could draw an awful lot of cards here, but I really feel like just playing the Twisted Fate, getting him going, makes the most sense. And we are loaded with card draw now, so we're going to level up Twisted Fate, and we will likely be carrying that to victory. The biggest issue will actually be trying to avoid overdrawing. We're going to have to worry about that. When we were building our deck and making some of these selections, I actually did say, hey, we're potentially going to run into a problem with this. And we are staring at that now. So they are going with the Walking Sands, and we're fine with this. We're capable of even just sacrificing some of these units, I think. We're going to go with a Cutthroat here.
We're not taking it. We're taking it back.
And I think we're going to pass. Again, we're just trying to mitigate the massive chunks of damage, so
Hold it, sweetheart.
we're fine with something like that. We would really like to keep this Cutthroat, I think.
You're bluffing.
We're a bit afraid of like a shaped stone, And I've not played against this AI, so I don't know if they run it, but knowing that they start with the palace, we're also apparently afraid of Absolver. And so my game plan has backfired. Poor Twisted Fate will not be leveling, will meet his demise. Now, the good news is we're still gonna get lots of value here, but we're not gonna get the same amount of value. As we had once thought. You know, I think I actually want to just get the damage on this here as well. We're gonna get this on a discount.
Quick hands make quick work.
I think we're gonna get this in. You know, we actually might wait on that. We're gonna take this. This will also make a Poro, so it'll give us a body, but this gives us the opportunity to plunder this next round. You know, if I play this, we're actually gonna overdraw, and in that respect, I think we'll just do this. Just loading up bodies here at this point. I'm so disappointed. I thought we were going to be safe. I was worried about Shapestone. Ended up being the Absolver instead. And now we will take our parlay shot as we continue. We can potentially deck them with Nab.
Greed will turn any man into a monster.
We're actually approaching that as an option. We're not getting a Oro there. We're gonna pass, I think, until they attack. Okay, so the attack has come, and we can do this here, this here.
Find your own. Easy, Tiger.
And we'll take the two. I think we want to keep these for the turbo discounts. We're fine with taking a little bit of damage, I suppose. We're just going to be turbo greedy.
You weren't using it. Oops, you dropped something.
We're definitely going to be overdrawing here, but yeah. We're gonna see if we can give this like quick attack. Yeah, quick attack seems good. We got them down to reasonable amounts here. Let's go ahead and wow, we're really faced with a bit of a dilemma here. We're gonna play the slot bot. We're doing fine in the card draw realm. This can pull this.
Gather round.
We're capable of this pulling here. And we're gonna pull this and maybe get lucky with the lurk.
Come on, give it a try.
We have not leveled anything though, so that means that our Absolver doesn't have a guarantee to get things done. We do want to attack with this though, because again, we're pretty close to decking them, and at this point I just think that's going to be the funnier way to win. And we're all about fun here, so I think we're just going to ship everything.
You weren't using it. Sharing, not stealing.
We're still able to force some trades. We're getting them low. We're gonna have some fun along the way.
Wash away all the troubles you.
We're going to have some fun. Yeah, we'll play the body. We don't have anything to target, but it's a 3 cost 4/4. That seems okay.
Hit me the whole time.
Hey, we're just gonna chain through. Do you remember earlier when I said we have lots of card draw? Oh. We're a plunder away from making them deck themselves, but I don't think that we've got a good opportunity to do that. We're not in a position where we can attack. We're not in a position where we can deal direct damage. Now this does draw a card, so theoretically we could find something, but I think instead what we're gonna need to do is make some room for our instant sentries. Maybe we get lucky and they do the predict draw 1. Okay, they did do that, but now I'm confused. We are
You disrupt our peace.
able to set up a lot of value trades. Okay, we'll lose this. We're fine with that.
Son of a...
And then we're just gonna win. You can see what kind of cool landmarks we were looking to get, if only for fun. But we're going to win by decking them. The nab game plan is interesting, kind of funny. Your opponent is out of cards. All right, I took a bit more damage than I would have liked. We're in the later stages of this though, so I suppose that is what you should expect. I also will admit full-heartedly that I was prioritizing keeping the merchants alive, more for comedic value and less for actual efficiency. And we're now faced with double trouble that could potentially be for free, or this was scout, but with 2 health I don't think this is nearly as neat. I think we take this because potentially being free seems right up our alley. We're gonna go here and get ourselves a glorious chest, see what our options are. We're gonna take this for sure. We already have the draw 1 on it, which is nice, but the ability to give us some actual healing will be a welcome addition. When allies attack nab, so we're just gonna be nabbing back and forth. We're fine with this. Let's go do this. I don't think we need to heal before this. We're gonna have a lot of fun, I think, with this one. We're gonna be nabbing all over the place. They're nabbing, we're nabbing, everybody's nabbing. We're even starting with the pool shark, which is kind of funny. We're tempted to save it though. We're tempted to save it because we could use that to maybe give ourselves a shot at triggering merchant in an off round. So I think we're actually just going to attack. I think you still take that attack because you're hoping for lurk. We are going to take this free attack now. How rude. How rude. Okay. That's fair. And then they get to nab us, and we get to nab them, but also draw a card. We are not going to take our pilfered goods this round just because we're sitting on the Twisted Fate. Oh, they stole our double trouble. Well, that's extra rude. We're going to do this to see if we can trigger the lurk, and we do have the suit up. So depending on how they block here. We didn't get the lurk, so we'll take the suit up instead. I would just let him trade even if we hit the lurk, but this is fine. We're doing just fine. This time around, we're also going to learn from our lesson, and we are not happy is what we are. We're going to protect our Twisted Fate quite a bit. Here, we absolutely take the gold card instead of the greedy blue card option, because we do not want to deal with Karkaz. We are not a fan. We'll block this one. I think we let this one through. We're at 22 though. We're gonna lose this. So really, well, the discounts do trigger on the nabs though as well. Yeah, I think we're gonna let this go. We're gonna actually risk overdrawing this round potentially.
Lady Luck is smiling.
We're really in need of a plunder, so I think we have to ship this as well. We will get the nab. I just expect them to take this trade here. And we're then going to be faced with whether or not we want to save this one, but I think we're just going to replay. So I think this goes. We're just going to continue to draw a bajillion cards. Was this one of ours? No, because it does not have the Ghost Blade effect.
I never disclose my sources.
Oh.
Go on.
I'm gonna go ahead and take
Watch the
this.
ball, folks.
And I guess we're gonna go ahead and take this as well while we're at it. We're in a pretty good spot considering Twisted Fate's going to be at 8 of 9 at the start. We're not slowing down anytime. Oh, that's right. We had the pull shark. Never mind. Twisted Fate's gonna level.
Now this game's
We're there.
heating up.
So we didn't put him in harm's way directly this time around. We're going to be rewarded for it, which actually feels kind of nice. We're faced with a different dilemma now, though. We're gonna go with this because we get 1 mana back and we draw a card to replace it. So they stole from me pilfered goods, and now they're gonna do this to make the 4-0.
Soak it in.
But we're trying to get ourselves to a red card so that we can activate plunder effects, but we'll block here. We're fine with this. The only 1 mana, we should be safe. We have the spell shield. We're now looking at let's put interesting. We're actually going to go with the investigator. They only have 12 cards left. We could 100% deck them again, but this will give us the plunder that we were looking for. We're going to do this first, I think, because again, overdrawing seems to be a real issue for us. Oh, we're always in danger of the overdraw. We're also just not where we want to play this at all yet, so I think we're just also going to do this. And we're going to push a ton of damage now. Yeah, I guess it kind of doesn't matter the order. We're gonna send him.
Myself.
We're going to steal their merchant.
Take me
9
for a
cards
spin.
left, huh? We're absolutely going to be overdrawing again. This is absurd. I can't get cards out of my hand fast enough. And even that was more card draw. We're just going to overwrite some units.
What did we get?
That's what we're going to do.
My selection.
And we're gonna nab it up.
I never
See if we can
disclose
deck
my
them, I
sources.
guess. Yep, we're still fine here.
Ages for a price.
Finding details is my duty.
Hey, these are actually what we're looking for. This is not half bad. We're gonna take this because we like the healing on the Nexus. We're gonna do this, I guess, and get rid of these.
Win big or die trying.
Try on the high stakes table, huh?
And we're gonna move on. Okay. Wow. So they're at 8 health, but also 5 cards left.
All in, baby.
With an attack from these 3 merchants, we basically deck them again, so we can win by damage or decking at this point. We're just going to pre-jam some of these effects. We're actually wanting them to attack with the Gambler, both because of decking, but also we just shuffled in the puff caps as well. We're fine with that. We want to play this as well to get some healing. We are capable of being very, very greedy here.
My selection speaks for itself.
We're gonna go ahead and do this because there's now 2.
I never
Oh, interesting. We're gonna take damage ourselves because
Dead in there.
we're nabbing
Spin, spin, spin. You win.
the puff caps.
Someone's feeling
We're gonna block like this. So now they're down to 2 cards with 2 puff caps.
treasures of the ages for a price.
Oh, that was one of ours then because it had the items. Now they're down to 1. Oh, is there any way that we can nab one more from them or make them draw one more here? We're not able to. I'm not sure. We're not able to bounce these, anything like that. We're just gonna play the Gangplank then. We're not gonna get the Kag, but
Dead men tell my tale.
we're gonna get it out of our hand and we'll call that good.
Explosives.
The treasure was in me the whole time.
Well, well, well. And we're just going to
By their entrails.
push because it really doesn't matter at this point. Like, we try to nab, we don't get anything. Even if they nuke our units somehow, we still win on damage. So we're fine. We're really only hoping to stall long enough to maybe find more healing, but I'm pretty sure we drew the only 2 copies in the list, so that's a victory. We're just, honestly, we're just kind of memeing around. This is not the most efficient path, mind you. We are not taking this seriously. This is not being navigated like this is a competitive tournament level game. And we're okay with that, I think. Hey, do we want more cards? I don't think we're ever going to get deep, so I think this is not very great. Discard your lowest card to draw 1. So I guess we go this route. We level up. This is nice. We've reached level 7. Round start, Frostbite the strongest enemy. Raise my health to match my power. So it's a nice healing effect. Or when you draw a card, give allies +1/+0 this round. Oh, this one is so potentially absurd. Like, it doesn't do anything early on, but when it fires off, it really fires off. I feel like hold them off is still technically the right one to choose, but this higher education is really tempting given the deck that we have. All right, you know what? It's for YouTube, right? We're gonna do this. I think this is actually the right choice because this is very versatile in what you can do, and it really helps you keep your health afloat, but we're just gonna go all in here on the higher education option. And if I remember correctly, we did these events already. We're going to come back here just to double check, but I'm pretty sure we did our purchases. Yeah, this is the one where you could keep adding draw a card to things, and we're already at a critical mass, so I think we ignore those. So we're going to have to make the decision on which of these 6s we want to fight. I think we're still going to likely try to clear every node before we take on Gangplank, but for this video, we'll probably do one more encounter and then move on. We have this treasure chest, and then we have a whole bunch of unknowns. I think we're going to do this one because it gets us toward the treasure chest. You summon a Grumpy Rock Bear, grant it Overwhelm, and +2/+2, and then whatever. And then over here, we have 50% chance to create a lucky find in hand. Every round start, the opponent has a 5% chance. Oh man, that one sounds so much fun. All right, we're going to do this one. We're potentially in for quite the battle, but we're going to do this one. And we're likely going to call it for this video after this, and then we will conclude with tomorrow's video. Again, as I'm trying to keep an eye on time. We've went a bit longer than usual the last couple of games, just because I've been kind of memeing around with the ability to draw a bajillion cards. It's very satisfying. We have a great series of openers here. They're at 35 health here, but we're going to be able to push through this pretty well, I think. And we're maybe able to start getting some of that back. We're just going to continue this trend of opening for now. We're going to develop one of these merchants and then probably the chum.
Don't ask where it's from, ask how much.
We're maybe doing some denying there. That's kind of nice. We're going to be worried about Grumpy Rock Bears, so the Harsh Winds is actually...
Are you afraid of anything?
pretty good for us.
Navel gazing because it never ends.
We're not excited about that, but we do have a trick up our sleeve. We can go ahead and actually stun it with a gold card.
Only partner.
And we're able to use this for dealing with this later. Now they've passed, which is great. We'll happily accept the pass there. We're going to look to draw a lot of cards, but not put Twisted Fate in harm's way here. So we are thinking something along the lines of getting some damage on this, and we need at least
I'll be quick.
the elusive pulled away so that maybe this connects and triggers our plunder. And we're going to send this for the nab effect as well.
I never disclose my sources.
We're likely going to have to protect this with the vigor. But we're going to also draw a card for that. Very quickly approaching those dangerous overdraw levels.
I always wondered what was out there.
Treasures of the ages for a price.
I mean, we're actually already there in many ways. If I do this, I'll only get to keep one of them, but it would be discounted by 2, or we could just rely on getting there next round and do some different developing. So I think instead we're just going to use some of their stuff against them. And yeah, we're just gonna get this out of the hand. I think we're fine with that. We're gonna have a massive board here.
Slow down, you crazy boy.
We're gonna keep these under control this way. We effectively neuter this list if we destroy these like this, so we're not gonna have our sapling, but I think that's fine. Twisted Fate is now at 8 of 9. Oh wow, look at all of these cards. We have to make some room. What is the best way for us to make some room? We'd like to play some spells to get the costs of other things down. So we're gonna actually just do this offensively at the moment. I need to draw one more card somehow to trigger that, so I think we're moving on to attacks, even though that's going to create a new set of problems. We're going to push a lot of damage. We're also apparently going to trigger alert. The nabs here are going to level up Twisted Fate and buff our entire board because of our static power, and we're even able to draw an additional one on the stack if they assign blockers here. Because we have the blue card. So like right now they're going down to 3, and so a single card draw would be enough to get there normally. But if we do something like this, we're not going to get the nab value, but I think we just close this out, because the blue card also resolves everything buffs, and we're going to get there. So it turns out higher education is kind of nutty with our list. I was kind of memeing around with these merchants. You know, we're running, I don't know, it's like 6 or 7 of them, something absurd. And they've got the plunder they nab, on attack they nab. They also draw a card when you play them. But we're actually looking at a high amount of synergy between them and Twisted Fate, and now the higher education power. I'm honestly impressed. Here we have Nautilus, which does not help us. Jinx, we're never running out of cards. So we end up taking Rush here because we have to, because every other option is awful. So we're going to take that. We've also now unlocked that this is a healing node. So this is kind of nice because we can navigate through, and really for the conclusion for tomorrow's video, we just have this one encounter. So like we could heal, take this encounter and then heal again, or we could even just take this encounter, and if we need to, we could like double heal. We will, at least for today, travel here and see what's in our glittering chest as well. And it's just gold. That's fine. We'll take the gold. We do have one more shop here, and there is this that we could travel to as well. But I think we'll save that for tomorrow, because tomorrow's video is going to be a bit shorter than all of the other ones today. We're going to have the one encounter, the shop. We'll save this, and then we'll go ahead and do that. So we are going to end here. But I must say that, you know, again, I was taking them a bit as a meme. Oh, I was wrong. I thought it was like 5 or 6. Now we have 8. We have 8 black market merchants, but it turns out that all we needed was higher education, and suddenly those things are absurd. And we've also got the 3 on the pilfered goods, and a number of other cards that we have selected all draw cards now as well. So yeah, kind of insane. But if you made it this far, I appreciate you as always. Thank you for watching, and until next time, may you walk on warm sands.